For those of you not aware of what's been going on my channel recently, I appeared on Globusters 2 Sundays ago, and I appeared on the Flat Earth Conspiracy channel 1 Sunday ago. Now I've been yelling my head off that the popular Flat Earth model with the sun and moon doing circles is impossible, but I hadn't heard anything from any of the major Flat Earth channels about it until I did this Flat Earth impromptu chat with Event Skeptic. And then you can see that I got a comment from Globusters saying, "Hi Jason, this was a really great interview, and I still really like your take as applied to simulation theory. I've been thinking for quite a while about how amazing the world around us seems to be custom fit to each and every one of our individual perspectives. The apparent direction and distance of the sun and moon being so fluid and unique to each of us has always amazed me. I would love to have you on Globusters sometime to talk about some of the cool things you have revealed, as well as possible other explanations for these optical anomalies. Let me know if you'd be interested. Keep thinking outside the box, man. I love it. Cheers, Bob." And I responded, "I would love to be on the show. Just let me know when. Thanks for watching, Jason." So this comment here, "Hi Jason, okay, the when is next Sunday, December 11th. This came in actually after I heard on Globusters that I was going to be the guest, and then and then I got this comment. So I actually heard about it while listening live. It was actually the first time I ever listened to a live show of Globusters. I think it was actually the first show I ever listened to Globusters ever, and I heard that I was going to be a guest on it. So I was a guest, and I want to show you something. So here's the Globuster YouTube page, and right here is the show that I just did recently with them. Now, towards the end of this show, the show was hacked, or people have called it being sniped, and the Morgile and myself were booted from the Hangout. Now, it turns out that the Morgile was able to return, but I was not able to return. I tried my hardest to get back into the show. I had sent a Skype request to Bob before the show, but it wasn't accepted, and I didn't have a way to return to the show. Now, when you take a look at this page, there's just one thing that stands out, and they've got this dopey look of me, and everything else has like a cover photo to it, but they did leave this dopey look of me up here as opposed to everything else. So after the Globusters show, Lori of Flat Earth Conspiracy, which is probably the largest channel that speaks out against the popular flat earth model and the sun and moon doing circles. This channel has been against that model for a long time. She reached out to Ronnie of Event Skeptic and asked if he could make a connection so that I could be a guest on Flat Earth Conspiracy. So we set it up, and we had that hangout this last Sunday. But right after the show was over, Lori took down or made private that show. And I'm going to explain to you why she did. Now, I would let you hear right from the horse's mouth what Lori has to say as far as the reason why she took down the hangout that we did. But I'm not going to, because typically their show is set to Creative Commons. This one's set to standard YouTube license. And I know that they'll try to throw a strike if I use any of this. But the first 5 minutes of this reposted is the Earth flat because it's a simulation. Has the explanation for why she chose to make the video private. And in it, she suggests that Ronnie is a shill working for the Globusters. The good news is that the video is not gone. So I was prepared this time after having been on Globusters, and I had multiple people recording the show live. And I actually bowed out of the Hangout a little bit early so that the moment it was over, I could begin downloading it. Now, in the process of downloading it and double checking, I did find that she had already made it private, but once the download was initiated, I was able to capture the whole thing. So this is the whole presentation that we did, and I recommend that you watch this to see how this Hangout that we had compromised the integrity of the channel. Why would she make it private? It's here, watch it, it's all great information. But she didn't want this information out there. Now, before going on Lori's show on the Flat Earth Conspiracy Channel, I already knew that she had backstabbed a group of researchers, the Sun and Moon Research Group. I knew that she had played Ronnie from Event Skeptic on her channel. He had been a guest, and she set him up and used him against the Globusters. So I already thought very poorly of this individual. Now, if you take a look at the channel, this new video that she put up, with 882 views, 6,800 subscribers, their channel does not post the thumbs up, thumbs down. That's hidden. That is very suspect to me. They've got one comment here. For a channel this size that took down a Hangout, there's no count here for the thumbs up, thumbs down. There's something definitely wrong here, and I am unsubscribing from this channel. Now, I'm also going to ban Lori from my channel, but before I do, I'd like to be fair. One of the first comments that I got on the video, the one that I managed to be able to save, was from Toward the Light. And he said, when you look at Lori's hands and notice her ring fingers are longer than her index, then you start to have a jungle surfer moment. Because, and this word must be misspelled, is just out of place, in my opinion. All the royals are this way. Everyone deserves to know that they are everywhere. They gatekeep at all the doors. Now, Lori must not have realized that I have ad hominem attack words and curse words blacklisted on my channel, because Lori's response was held for review. And so before I ban you, just like everybody to know that Lori says she was born a female. I think you're a despicable person, Lori, and you are now banned. Now, since Lori made our Hangout private, and she redid the show calling Ronnie and I Globuster shills, Bob of Globusters has accepted my Skype request. And so I just got these messages yesterday. It says, hey Jason, I saw the FEC took down the video of your show and then accused you and Ronnie of being Globuster shills. Laugh out loud. Lori's right about one thing though. Your map is nearly identical to Cammy's map. Cammy has since refined it many times and it is even better now, but I think you'll be quite interested in it. We would like to talk to you to elaborate on how our map came to be, so let's hook up again. In the meantime, I will link you to a finished version of Cammy's 1.0 map that Jaren had. Talk soon. And here's that map right there. It says, note, we are on version 7.0 now, which is still on trace paper. So in this video that Jaren did, Flat Earth Conspiracy Channel and their Pac-Man nonsense, where he went about mocking and ridiculing these people, including Ronnie, which makes me sick to my stomach, you made a comment, Bob. Let's check it out. So Lawrence had made a comment and you responded and you say, yes, Free Energy has done some great 3D packages for the Pac-Man model. Too bad you guys are too stupid to do any 3D animations. I guess you will have to just stick to plagiarized Free Energy 3D models. Well, that's not true. Ronnie and I are working with Blender. We are doing 3D models. And that is how we go about understanding and realizing that the map that we are working with is correct. So I'd like to see, instead of you having your map on sketch paper, I'd like to see how it would work in a 3D animation. So I do not claim to be a 3D animation expert. Ronnie doesn't claim to be one. But we are learning how to use this program. And really, there's nothing that we can't learn how to do. If there's somebody out there that has the skills already that would like to help us to help speed up the process, I would greatly appreciate that. I do want to talk to you, Bob, but this time on completely different terms. Last time I was on your show, and it was 3 against 1. Everything that I wanted to bring up, tried to bring up, there were 3 to refute it. And then at the end of the show, I got booted off. Then I went on Lori's show and made some excellent points, the points that I want to talk about with you. And it got deleted. So here's what I'm looking for. I don't believe we're on the same team, Bob. I believe that you and Lori are on the same team, and I believe that Ronnie and I are on the same team. So what I'm looking for is actually a true debate. I'm asking for a 2-on-2 debate. I'm on home court. I take Ronnie as my partner, and you can choose whoever you want. And here are the rules that I'm proposing for this debate. So here are the rules that I'm proposing. Format, 2v2 live debate on my channel. After an intro, I will ask the first question. You can decide who asks the first question from your team, then Ronnie, then the person who has not asked the question yet. We will follow that order from then on. You can ask a question to as few as 1 or as many as 3 people. People have 5 minutes of response time and can forfeit the remainder if their response is complete. Everyone must be on camera and must have a second camera recording from behind them that has a clear view of the computer being used. The second camera will be signed in to the Hangout. No headphones allowed. Being coached in any way is strictly prohibited. Each team has 1 moderator in the live chat. Once 2 hours has been reached, your team gets the last question and the debate is over. Fouls that result in the loss of a turn. Asking a question or interjecting when it's not your turn. Using ad hominem attack or curse words. So some people are going to think that I'm really being a jerk making this video. You know, Bob was nice. He's invited me back on Globusters. And I can go back on there and be 3 against 1 again. And then after I'm on Globusters, maybe Okami will have me back and I can be on her show again. Well, I'm actually really sick of all the slow play in this game. I believe this is a simulation and I believe it's being slow played right now. So I want to speed it up. I want to get this game over. You know, if you've got version 7.0 right now, how come you're not showing each and every version on your channel? Why aren't we talking about this? Why aren't we studying this? Why aren't we giving our input and making this the correct map very quickly? That is what I'm going to do on my channel. I am going to take everybody's input, feedback, and work together collectively on it. And I'm going to talk to you about it publicly in a 2v2 debate challenge. I want to know things like, what does this mean? In the meantime, I will link you to a finished version of Cammy's 1.0 map that Jaren had. You know, what is this? It says the Future Mapping Company. When you're saying that you have 7 tracings of it, does that mean that you just trace this map 7 times? I want to know.